Biggest chapstick I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like drag queen chapstick.
It's true.
I got it at RuPaul's Drag Con, which I don't think they're ever going to do again because the convention center in New York is being used as a hospital. Shout out to all the medical workers, first and last responders, because we don't talk about last responders enough. But yes, this is from RuPaul's Drag Con.
What up, movie disciples and good people of YouTube? Movie Messiah here with episode 4 of Movie Mondays. Now, you know I can't do this alone. I got my dog, my bro. We got G. G's in the building. And I brought a super special guest. Never had her on the channel before. We used to dance together, I suppose.
What do you mean you suppose? We definitely danced together.
Yes, that's right. We danced. I don't like recall back. I was dancing. I was on stage entertaining.
Okay. Okay.
A great friend. She goes by the name of Miss Kelsey Rose. How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
How's everything?
Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to use a phone. So.
Yeah, it happens. Everything's good in New York.
Everything's up and down up here.
You guys.
The weather, the moods, the food.
She lives right in the heart of New York. She lives right there in Manhattan. She lives in a high rise. She has big money.
I do. I have $1 million. Yeah, like he said, high rise.
I'm sure that's on God right there.
Sponsor for the channel.
Right. And it overlooks every celebrity you've ever heard of's apartments. It's amazing.
She gets down.
You name them, I've probably seen him get a bang.
Boom. Yeah, you know, we get down here on Movie Mondays. If you don't, we talk about movies, TV, pop culture, and recapping movie, TV shows, things like that. So just chopping up, having a good ass conversation. I guess first up, I don't know if you guys heard, but Robert Pattinson, aka the new Batman, my man has not been working out. I think he told GQ, he was like, yeah, man, I'm not working out while I don't break too much. They left him like, I think like a couple of dumbbells and something like to work out with and a ball. He was like, I'm good, fam. So yeah, it wasn't like me. So I know I haven't working out that much. The shirt is just really tight. It's extra small.
Yes.
So I was gonna like question like, do you think he's gonna start working back out again, or he might just come in like, yo, man, like, I'm not gonna work out? And would you prefer him to be like, F this? Would you prefer an out of shape Batman? Right now, I'm like,
Brian, we're all struggling. We are all struggling right now. This is not a time to judge anyone. If Batman doesn't want to work out during quarantine, then Batman does not have to work out during quarantine. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
That's all I want to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. I've been struggling with my dance. So I was going to run today and it started raining out here in California. I was like, well, I guess I was time from God.
How much have they already shot?
I don't know. When they start shooting, I feel like they start shooting maybe in January or February. So maybe like 40%. I don't think he's in like terrible shape, but if if he's gonna get like back in shape whenever they start shooting.
He's a skinny guy, right? Like ideally, like outside the gym, he's pretty skinny.
Yeah, skinny.
Well, he's like vampire skinny, if you will.
Yeah. When he took his shirt off in Twilight.
Yeah.
I guess, you know.
I was like, you work out?
It wasn't even no ab definition. It was just like.
You can originally see him shirtless in Harry Potter. I'm pretty sure he like swims or something.
I think that's true.
We've been in quarantine long enough for it to make a difference, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
judging myself, not him. Also, look at the source. Like, who's talking about it? What is their idea of him not working out? Did they see him get like a box of donuts, or did they see him and he had a gut? You know what I mean?
He sat down, like, yeah, I'm not working out. So I eat some Pop-Tarts, some donuts, have cookies. Like, yeah, I'm chilling, man. I'm good. I get
right. You don't need any shirtless scenes, you know. Just have a suit all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
just have a suit on.
It's got abs and it's got pecs, and you know the suit makes you look ripped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can build that into the suit.
Yeah, just keep the suit on, bro.
We all could be Batman right now.
Speaking of, I guess, Batman and kind of segueing. Kelsey, do you watch any of the CW hero shows, Arrowverse shows? Flash, Batwoman, Supergirl, Arrow just ended in January.
I gotta say I don't. I'm a big NBC ABC person.
Okay.
Dabble in the Fox every now and then.
Okay. No judgment, no judgment. Well, I know me and G, we watch majority. I don't say majority. I watch all of them like a dummy. Watch many. Also, I mean, I won't mind being on the show, any of them. Maybe that's why I watch. But I found out that the next crossover is going to be Batwoman and Superwoman. I mean, Superman and Lois. And yeah, it's just those two shows coming together. Gee, I know you don't watch Batwoman, but we watch Superman and Lois in the fall. So make sure you watch them for the crossover because they're gonna have other people from other shows coming through. Are you gonna watch Superman and Lois though? Not like Superman on the crossovers. You've been over there a couple times.
He was cool, I guess. So we're not gonna have. Are we gonna have Flash and Arrow? No, right?
I think Flash gonna pop up, but I don't think that. I mean, obviously Arrow. I mean, anything maybe Diggle without spoiling it. If you haven't seen the I guess the series finale. So
Green. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want to spoil it. Like Kelsey's, I know you're never gonna watch it, so but people might watch it. It's like, man, you spoiled it, dog. I ain't seen how we come on Netflix.
It was big.
Yeah, I hate spoilers.
Yeah,
and you never know. We're in quarantine. Anything can be watched right now.
Yeah.
All it takes is someone to suggest it.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil anybody who hasn't seen it just yet, but it's coming. I guess a reference. Let me share my screen real quick. So, are you gonna be down with checking out? Yes, sure. I accept these. Checking out the show. God damn.
I like it.
I mean, it looks good, right? Everybody's like, maybe remix the suit, but are you gonna check it out? Are you gonna still watch a crossover just to be out? So I know you don't watch Batwoman like that, and I've enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie.
This looks good. Yeah, I would be down to watch it. I would. She reminds me of the girl that played Jessica Jones.
I can see that.
It's in the smirk.
Is it? I think that's what it is.
Could be.
Yeah.
Flash recap about season 6. Even though everything got cut short, it's kind of messed everything up. So was there anything that you were watching that I guess this past season that got cut short and you were like, dang, like it's not gonna end right? Because that's why I've been panicking over. Like this is not gonna make any sense. I was watching Grey's Anatomy, and it had a decent ending, but there was like more to the story. It had like 4 more episodes.
Grey's Anatomy ended, or you mean the season ending?
The season ended.
Okay. I'm like, that would be way more dramatic. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sense of it all. Right now, the only thing active that I'm watching 2 shows. I'm watching Rick and Morty, of course, because it's coming out. However, it just so happens to be that this season is better than all of them. It just keeps getting better. But along the same lines of that, Justin Roiland is both the animator and the voice actor for pretty much everybody on Rick and Morty. And he just came out with his own TV show called Solar Opposites. And it's a little controversial right now in the cartoon world because it takes a very long time for Rick and Morty to come out because of the amount of time it takes for this one man to put in doing all of that he does. And then he did it again for a TV show. So went in with no expectations, hated the pilot. I almost wanted to cry after. But then after that, it really got amazing. Like, there's something about a pilot. I don't know. Like, for me, a pilot is either a hit or miss, and usually that's how you can kind of tell how the show will go.
Usually.
But if it, like, blows my mind, I'm like, yeah, but it's, like, also hard. My standard for pilots is high, I guess. But I'm, like, learning to at least watch the second episode, too. I don't know.
That's what I try to do. I feel like, especially for comedy, it takes maybe back in the day, but for me, just in general, like it takes 3 episodes. So like pilot is like what they want to give you, and then all right, they know they got the show, so okay, this is what we're really trying to give you. So by maybe like second, third episode, they got the ball rolling a little bit. I used to be able to drama, but they're so damn long. I'm giving it like 2 episodes. I don't like the second episode. I'm out now. So I don't have time anymore because too much TV.
Exactly.
Messed
Yeah,
up.
there's so much.
It's like I can't get invested in this. I have seen Solar Opposites though. That show is crazy. It's weird. I don't know whether to like.
I really like it because it's so weird and it's so dark. And I don't mean to be like that, like emo. Oh, I'm dark. Yeah, but it's like it's really dark humor. Like it's wild.
Tell the truth.
Yeah. Anyways, I
Yeah.
feel like it's on the same world as what Rick and Morty is.
Okay.
But yeah, to answer the actual question, nothing will ever break my heart as a like show or season ending as a Game of Thrones. So like after that, any show could end in any way, and I'm just numb.
So it didn't end how you expected it to end when you watched
Game of Thrones?
I mean, I heard there's a lot of controversy. I wasn't a fan. I'm watching season 2 right now. I've never watched.
Well, the reason that it sucks, like that it made such a big wave, is because no spoilers. Just people waited like 15 years for everything from like the beginning to the end. So the anticipation was so built up, and people had like years to create like theories and everything else. And the writers are total ass. They're total assholes. They went off of all like cell phones and online because like as soon as Game of Thrones came out, because they knew that they were just going to get wrecked.
Right.
And they like specifically they said this, I'll find the quote. They read all the theories and specifically did like exactly opposite of everything everyone guessed, which kind of sucks because there's a reason that theories are about, and it's because theories make sense. So what they did was take sense of everything and just like, anyways. I'm sorry, you can edit that out and put it right here. Just broke my little Southern heart.
I might add.
Yeah, put like an emoji.
Squirting out.
Do it on their faces. Get a picture of their faces. And just...
Since you're to my left, I should be
My bad. I'll do it the other way next time.
My screen, she's up above. Right. I'll hit you, yeah.
Warner Brothers is supposedly coming back with another Superman movie instead of Supergirl movie. Because initially they were like, yo, Superman movie, Justice League was cheats. We got to switch it up. We're going all women route. We're going Batgirl. We're going Supergirl. We're going Birds of Prey. It's going down since I guess Birds of Prey wasn't as good as they expected. It's supposed to come back with Superman. Do you think they're going to do this? And are they going to bring back Henry Cavill?
Hopefully he don't have a weird mouth again. But I do think that was a good series. This is just, or whatever it was he was saying, right? This is hope. Yeah.
Do you see any of that, the Justice League or any of the movies you see? Are you into superhero movies, I should say?
I have a question. I have a question for the general, I don't know where y'all are on the screen. So I am not big into the superhero things. I own all the Marvels up to like Age of Ultron or whatever. I laughed at Iron Man and everything else. But anyways, my question is to actual like diehard fans is it actually like, are y'all actually excited when another Superman comes out or another Batman comes out? Because it seems like there's so many.
You sound like the actor coming back playing the character, playing that Superman character, playing that superhero character. Are you saying it's another movie in general, or a new person playing the character?
Like new altogether. Well, like with Batman, for instance, they're basically retelling the same story. Yes, granted, like in the 90s, they had other characters than they do in the, the trilogy that they have now, but they just keep. There's so many Spider-Man movies in general. There's so many Batman movies in general. And I'm not shitting on any fandom. Like, I just talked about Game of Thrones and was about to cry. So, like, I understand. But I'm just wondering if that, from a fan perspective, do you actually get really excited when another Superman comes out?
Gee, did you want me to go? I thought I saw you pointing at me first.
That's what this was. I was like, yeah.
Going into what I was saying, I guess I was about to answer for the whole Superman thing. I want Henry Cavill back because they didn't get a chance to finish what he started. Like that's my conclusion. And Man of Steel movie, in my opinion, is like top 10, top 12 best superhero movies of all time because it's a different type of superhero movie. Because space is an invasion movie. It just happened to star Superman. If that makes any sense, I don't even see him, but after I looked at it, I was like, this is an invasion movie. Aliens are coming down, but Superman is here, like and it's an origin story at the same time. So that's why I thought it was kind of brilliant. But they didn't get a chance like to finish that, and then everything got rushed, and Zack Snyder couldn't finish it, and it didn't come out how it should have been because they tried to like catch up with Marvel with answering what you just said. Like, I guess with another Batman coming, you can, or just like another Spider-Man movie, like you can always like retell those stories because they got won so many comic books about them, and then at the same time, it's kind of, you can look at TV shows like cop shows, lawyer shows, doctor shows can always come back in different forms because that's something that's always common. So I have no problem all the time with like certain things. Like I want Henry Cavill to finish Superman. I have no problem with Robert Pattinson being the new Batman because that made like not blaming Ben Affleck. It was just the stuff didn't work out as supposed to. So okay, redo it. Or same thing with Andrew Garfield being Spider-Man. He did his thing, but it didn't come out how it should have been. Like, would I want it as soon? No, but it made sense when they were trying to fit Spider-Man into Marvel. So with the whole Superman, I was like, hey, the other superheroes are working for like Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam. Bring Henry back because his movie was still damn good by itself. So you're gonna do everything solo, do it all solo. Yeah, I have no problem with everything being recast or being retold. So like I say, you can keep telling stories over and over and over again. But I mean, they don't have to be like so close though. But I can see why everybody's like, oh, I'm tired. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. It makes sense, but I ain't got a problem with it.
I love that. That makes sense. That makes sense, and it warmed my nerd heart. I did read a Superman comic where he was like Russian.
Mm-hmm. Superman, like under the red sun or something like that. Red Sun Superman, yeah.
So I was like, yo, you really can retell this story in every possible way.
Like that's what I'm like at this point now, I'm like, I don't have a problem with there being a Superman TV show and Superman movie. It's like either you're gonna get it, you're not gonna get it, or either you're gonna want to see it, you're not gonna want to see it.
Right. All right. Fair. That's fair.
G, you got anything? Speaking of movies as well, Scream 5 is, I don't know if it's Scream 5 or the Scream Reboot. I guess kind of going off what you were saying, Kelsey. It's supposed to be like a reboot-ish where it's a woman coming back to her hometown and going through these grisly murders, trying to discover like who the killer is, coming back home. And supposedly Neve Campbell's coming back, and maybe and the other two like David Arquette and Courtney Cox is coming back.
Really?
Yeah. So, would you mind seeing them coming back? And like, would you like it to be maybe in the same vein as like how they did Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis in 2018, or kind of like Star Wars, where it's kind of like a handoff, like they're in it, but they're not the Superman characters? How would you like to see when it comes back? It's supposed to be going down soon.
It's tough to say until you see it.
Right.
Halloween, I I liked all of the Halloweens that they made, which is funny because I was just saying to you, like, why do you watch another Superman? And then I'm like, yeah, another Halloween. But those are also told differently or whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see, because it is 2020. So there's like a lot of stuff that we'll have to see how it holds up. Because like we don't have landlines now. What is that unknown number going to call on the cell phone? Because that's so like unrealistic. Nobody can call from an unknown. You can't star 67 or 60, whatever. You know what I mean? Like
they tried on the TV show. I don't know if y'all saw that TV show. The first season and a half, 2 seasons are all right. And then it got real black this past year.
What show?
They made a Scream TV show. You didn't know that?
Oh my God. They made a Purge TV show, and I thought that it was too much then, but Scream.
Yeah, but I was just going laying into you saying that it's hard to like do the whole phone call thing, and it was weird too trying to watch it. But keep on what you were saying. I'm sorry I interrupted. That just came in my head with the whole phone call.
The original Scream is a classic tale, though. Like as a horror fan, I do enjoy the cheesy slasher sometimes.
Okay.
And it's just like the classic, someone's calling you. That was the biggest fear back then. Someone just shows up at your door all fucking psycho. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do now.
What about you, G?
So I don't know if y'all, and I don't know the name of the movie, but did you guys see the movie? The main character, she was deaf.
Yes, she was a writer. She's a
And it was-
writer in a cabin in the woods.
It's called Hush. It was on Netflix called Hush.
There's two. It's either called Don't Speak or Hush. One's about like a blind guy who gets.
Don't breathe.
Yeah, that's Don't Breathe. So Hush is the one. She's a writer.
Yeah.
She goes to the cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
And the dude with the mask on is like trying to get in the house to get to her or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, it was a whole cell phone thing. Kelsey's so excited. I'm guessing you enjoyed the movie. I thought a movie like that, I think it's a slasher, right? Or like a horror movie like that.
Yeah.
I'm terrified. Like watching that, because I was like, I can only imagine how it would be. We really kind of take for granted what we can hear. You know what I mean? I guess the whole reason why I brought that up is like, that's such a simple concept, and what technology can do with directing, and that made it so creepy. Because there were a couple times where we were like, yo, just fucking get the phone, or like just somebody answer the fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? The movie was.
They do well at making you feel it though. Like.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, dude. So like maybe, just even a little spin like that, where you just, even like Don't Breathe. Like it seems like the only way that you can defeat technology is when you go to them, because all the creepy people don't have shit, right? Like
They never have phones that go off randomly.
they never do. Like,
What if his phone started vibrating as he was being like creaking? Like you think that's the whole climax of the movie, and then his mom calls.
Right. So it looks like the creepiness is like, it's gonna have to be in that, like, that little controlled area.
I haven't watched Scream 4 in a while. I feel like they pulled it off somehow in Scream 4 with the whole cell phone use. So I'm like, what if, Ghostface come back and he's like FaceTime me. He's like, hey, what's up? I'd like to kill you. I'm killing this person right now. Like FaceTime you, like murdering somebody.
Mm-hmm.
What if FaceTime was like, hello, Chelsea.
My fear is seeing someone getting while you're FaceTime.
He murdered somebody that you know. Oh my God. He's like, yeah.
Y'all will be like, stop playing.
Right, yeah. It's like somebody's behind you, right? That's always the creepy, like, and it's like
y'all seen that movie, Unfriended? Is it Unfriended?
I didn't see it.
Unfriended. Isn't that where the girl?
They were talking like this, like on FaceTime, what's up? And all of a sudden, people just got getting murdered all of a sudden. It was crazy.
It was a bullying movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, you shouldn't have bullied me. And then, like, they had some dark secret, spoilers, but crazy shit happened. This is going to be a whole genre, like people were shooting movies on, or having it on the laptop. Like, the whole movie Searching, when John Cho came out in 2018, dope. I think I had more fun, and that was more tense in that movie than Halloween was. Even though I enjoyed the crap out of Halloween, I saw it in the theater. I was paranoid later on with Halloween. My friend, the Searching, I was like this, like, well, I'm down for a Scream 5 or a Scream Reboot, however they do it. I want to see Nev come back. She can't get killed. That's my only rule. She can't die. Anybody else can get killed. I don't care. As long as Nev Campbell doesn't die.
Well, doesn't everyone die? Spoiler, it's a slasher movie.
I mean, can you say you watch all the Halloween, right? And remember when they brought Jamie Lee Curtis back and with Halloween with Busta Rhymes? Halloween was Halloween Resurrection. That was terrible. And they killed off on the first team or something. Like,
It had Busta Rhymes in it?
yeah, Busta Rhymes was
I don't remember this, so I'm gonna have to watch that again.
It was him, Tyra Banks. It was like we're gonna make it, but we're gonna make Halloween and make it more urban. That's what probably their marketing was, and it got real black and it got real dumb. Kelsey and I talked about this before, but I'm like, I don't know if I can make a good slasher movie with some black people, because black people gonna act right, and it just don't. Black people gonna see it possible to die in a slasher movie. Like
the movie Black Person, right? The movie Black Person.
The blonde always goes too.
Exactly, yeah.
We never talk about that. They always run blindly into the problem.
Right.
But like,
That's why they don't work, Brian, because white people, they're the only ones that are stupid enough to do that shit. Go into that closet. Go into that haunted house. You're only seeing the white people being like, let's, I don't know, jump on this car and see what happens.
Hey, he did perfect. He was like, I'm going to just put some more black people against some more black people. That way they can't get out of it. You see what happened, right? He went to that front door with that bat and he was like, what you doing on my lawn? He was like, I'm coming in. And he was like, oh shit. They've killed everybody. So yeah. What's the name of the movie again? Is it Us?
Oh, you talking Us? Oh yeah.
Us.
Oh, I haven't seen Us.
Okay. That might be the. You
Sorry.
The way you said it makes no sense anyway. I was like, she was like, what? Like,
Throwing it out of my mind.
that's the only maybe slasher movie with black people in there that kind of worked. Maybe.
You gotta watch it, Kelsey. You gotta watch it.
I will. I'm gonna watch it today.
Crazy people in that movie.
I'm down the screen. I would like to be in it, and I have no problem dying.
And I have no problem dying. I will happily be the supporting role, slumber party friend that you don't even see what happens to her. She just walks away.
I'm gonna go make some pizza and just never come back.
Yeah. Anybody want any ice cream?
There's no good way to segue to this, but Matrix 4 is starting to. Well, they're adding on like 8 more weeks of shooting. Because obviously everything slowed down. They started shooting earlier this year, like San Francisco, and then they went to like Europe and Berlin in March, and everything went bananas. Genie, how excited are you for Matrix 4? Because I'm not.
Very excited. Very excited.
You think they're gonna be able to get finished? Because it's supposed to come out, I think, next month.
I don't even care if it's not finished.
You want to tease it?
I just wanted, yeah. It's been forever since we had one. It's my favorite movie, personal movie. So, yeah, they just can't do any wrong in my eyes. You know, I think it says a lot to most of like the main characters in the Matrix, and like when that came out, what they're doing nowadays. I remember seeing Trinity on Daredevil. I was like, oh shit, that's Trinity. She was kind of a bitch, you know, but I was like, dang, Trinity still look good. You know what I'm saying? We just got John Wick. So we got Keanu at his best, you know. I mean, Morpheus, like, come on now. Like, he's in the Marvel franchise. You know, it's just like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, granted, we never saw Mouse again. We never saw, like, a lot of the supporting guys. But, I mean, we had Bodyhead in the second one, right? We had Roy Jones. We got Jada Pinkett, which is some irony in that, looking back on it, because, like, Will Smith told us that he was going to be
Neo, you know, the one.
We didn't know about that. I mean, that's just kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see kind of like the other 3 movies are already kind of far out there. So like how far we can really go, you know what I'm saying? Like
my phones earlier, like what are they gonna do about phone? Like, I mean, last time I was like through the payphone, you get dialed into the phone. Now it's like you feel playing random cell phone and dial in.
I mean, you got 5G. Let me stop. I guess in that movie though, it worked because of like the whole network, the whole like hot wiring thing was like a thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it didn't matter. Cause remember, what's the dude that was a traitor when he dropped that cell phone in the trash can when it like set them up or whatever, you know, it didn't matter. By like the second or third movie, like Agent Smith could go interchangeably in the Matrix, out the Matrix. Neo was, you know, he was there and not. That was like the first kind of like thing where they was like, how is Neo able to? So he was. I want us to just go deep. Like I want to be in the movie, like leave like mind blown, like you know, also just like whatever they do in Tenet, please do it in Matrix. If y'all can hear us, please. Like whatever y'all do in Tenet, please bring it to the Matrix, please.
Kelsey, did you enjoy any of the Matrix movies?
I enjoyed the first one. I watched it so long ago. You know, I only remembered like highlights.
Yeah, and like the third one just made no sense, right?
None of it made sense to me, but I also probably watched it too young. I didn't realize that we really were all, you know, in like a simulation inside a simulation inside a simulation or whatever the gist is.
Like,
But you know, arguably, wouldn't it be creepier if, like, in the new one, they just like had a payphone that did random shit like that? Like, for some reason, the guy's just walking down the street and the payphone pops up.
Yeah.
I see that happen. I can definitely see that happen.
And they can make anything. They can make whatever they want.
I was being an ass. I'm not saying I'm not excited. I need to honestly go back and watch 2 and 3 again, because I remember watching it as a kid and I was like geeked up about it. And then I think I rewatched them like a couple years later and I was like, those make no motherfucking sense. I'm up. So maybe I need to rewatch it again as an adult. Maybe it makes sense because G brought out like a textbook of why the Matrix made sense. Him and our homie John was like, yeah, this makes sense here. I'm like, G, I gotta look at a textbook for a movie makes sense. I don't want it. But I need to go back and rewatch it. Maybe it'll give me hype again. First Matrix is a classic. Like, it made all the sense to me as a kid. Rewatching it right now makes all the sense. 2 and 3, a little shaky. But hopefully they can get it done. Maybe the release date will happen. I guess speaking of release dates, you think they're still gonna keep the release date for for Christopher Nolan's Tenet comes out in July? If you know what I'm talking about, I don't know something about Kelsey. You heard about Robert Pattinson again. Like, it's his time to shine again. Him and John David Washington. They have a huge movie coming out supposedly in July, but everything's on pause. And it's Christopher Nolan's movie. You think it's gonna go down? Think they're gonna keep their release date? They're gonna push it back. They're right, like, yo, can Christopher Nolan save movies as usual? Gee, do you think they're gonna keep the release date?
The movie's done, right? And all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
What movie are you talking about?
Nick, you haven't seen the trailer? You haven't seen the trailer?
It's a Christopher Nolan movie?
If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch my trailer reaction on my channel. I'll have it up.
Plug.
Yeah.
I will go right there.
Yeah.
I might put it like everywhere in the middle. I might actually have it play like right here.
Yeah.
Feel it.
It's a trippy trailer. It's kind of hard to. It's like a crime, action, drama, and time is going like forward and backwards while you're watching.
When you dive into the realm of time, I feel like you're like really biting off more than you can chew. Like, sometimes it really comes off hokey, and it oftentimes leads to a lot more questions than answers. Like, why does this happen and this doesn't happen, or yada yada yada.
I love
like Matrix.
I love questions.
I love questions too. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. Christopher Nolan, he's all right. The Dark Knight trilogy is amazing. Obviously, it goes without saying.
That's why I have on the channel. I'm like, we got to agree on something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all agree on that.
We were scrutinizing Batman earlier, so I was trying not to bring him up. I actually saw a meme the other day that was talking about like the current situation and how it's relevant to Christopher Nolan's Batman and Bane. You know, how it was like a guy with a mask on. It's, you know, I was trying to kill a bat, and like there's this there's just so much too much time.
That's good.
But they were like, Christopher Nolan so ahead of his time or whatever. You know,
Right. Do you think they're gonna keep the release date though for Tenet?
I think so. I think so.
No way.
You said no, Kelsey?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it is technically still too early to see, but if everybody's not going to go out and go, I don't think people worried about the big bucks would just release it arbitrarily.
Right. I'm kind of leaning towards it. I'm 50-50. I'm like, I'm with Gene. Like, if this time next month, then I'm going with you, Kelsey. Like, this isn't happening because you need everybody to be in the seats. I think I read somewhere saying like you need pretty much 80% of the world to be open for them to like, take profit to make it look hurt. Yeah, so I'm like, no theaters open. Like that's been killing me right now. I mean, I've been catching up on stuff, things like that.
Well, they released Trolls so you could stream it,
yeah.
And it was like, I don't know the numbers, but the numbers were very high,
and
they were shocked.
So they say, but some movies, like we've had discussion on the past couple episodes, like some movies you gotta see them in theater. Like the trailer, in the
That's
trailer,
true.
it was like it said you need to see for the full effect. You need to see this in the theater. And I saw the trailer in the theater. I was like, oh my god!
I agree there. Also, Trolls like came out as soon as quarantine started, so that's like not really fair. Any movie that came out that particular few weeks would have really made it hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess speaking of, I think I said revisiting movies, kind of. Kelsey, is there any movies or TV shows since we've been on lockdown that you revisited?
Can this answer be old?
Sure. I mean, it's where you've been watching.
Okay, so I definitely have been rewatching The Office again. Of course, I'm never not rewatching The Office, but The Office ladies have a podcast now, so I'll watch it, with them. But Community just came out. If you haven't seen Community, you are missing out. It is such a treasure. And if anyone doesn't know, it's the same creator as Rick and Morty. It's like he wrote it way before, Donald Glover was in it before he was Childish Gambino. It's so good. So I've been rewatching that. And Joel McHale and Kim Jong have a podcast. It's not a rewatch podcast, but they go for like hours. And it's just incredible banter. But anyways.
I have it on my schedule. I plan on listening to it. And then I saw, I think, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, they had they had a reunion of everybody. I was like, like hear everybody talking, and I was like, and will Childish Gambino be here, aka Donald Glover? And he was there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it for sure now. Like he's here, because I was like, he can't be too good for like that. He ain't doing shit. Everybody's stuck in the house, so he got to be on the podcast.
He's huge. Kim Jong said that when he goes to his comedy shows, Donald Glover has to stay behind stage, like just so things don't get out of hand. Right. But the reason they did a Zoom call is because actually today, I'm not getting paid for this promo, but they're doing a live. All the cast minus Chevy Chase, of course, is getting together and reading. So the Zoom call was actually from after that.
Oh, okay.
They're reading an episode. I'm sorry,
Kelsey
they're reading a script.
He works for them. There's no way he's plugging in.
I don't. I just love TV, and I love that show.
Vice President of NBC. You guys didn't know that. Spoiler alert.
Yes. Yeah, find me on LinkedIn. It'll be right here. All right, anyways.
Community and watching
the podcast. But I've really more been like playing Kingdom Hearts, like they're paying me. So I'm like watching TV in between that. Yeah, so basically just Community Parks where I can right now scrub so I can listen to that rewatch podcast as well.
You watch that podcast? Oh, okay, that's dope too. Dang.
They're really giving it to us because it's quarantine, and I love it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
Giving her more content. I try to get my girl to watch Community, and she's like, I was like, this shit's funny.
Show her Remedial Chaos Theory. It's the timeline episode where they're at I think it's season 3, episode 9 maybe, but I could be completely wrong there. But that's the best one. It's like a bottle episode. There's no outside storyline, so anybody could come in and watch it. And no, I've never showed it to someone who didn't immediately fall in love with Community. The best episode. Trust me. Let me know after she watches it.
I got you. When I told, like, when I try to introduce people to something, like, I'll see the first episode to get, like, right on. Because I know myself, like, I only watch stuff randomly sometimes, but like, be a season or 2 into the show, I'm like, I'm like, what is this? I remember G hadn't watched Arrow at the time when it came out, right? So he was like out on the 2nd season. So I showed G like the season, like the mid-season finale. And that's when Barry Allen Flash pops up. And G was like, what in the hell? I was like, yes. And I took him back to the first episode of Arrow. He was like, I'm all the way in. I was like,
nice.
Yeah, like that order right there. Like, I'm in. I was like, yeah, show fire, right? So
you got to do it to him.
The 3 Community. So there we go. Yeah, I'll be able to look it up. I own the first 2 seasons. I didn't buy any season after that, but I own the first.
It's on Netflix now.
It's on Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah. It's been on Hulu, but now it's on Netflix. No commercials.
Speaking of, I guess it's terrible. Another terrible segue. Kind of not really. The Russo brothers directed a lot of episodes of Community, and they're part of the whole.
We don't talk about them.
What?
We don't talk about them when it comes to Community.
Oh, you think they messed it up?
You don't know the drama? I mean, do you want me to ramble on about it?
Go ahead.
Please enlighten me.
All right. Here's the thing about Community. It was way up before its time, first of all. So they had a big struggle with NBC even I guess agreeing to air it. So Dan Harmon is the creator of the show, and him and the Russo brothers worked together to do season 1 through 3, and they fired Dan Harmon for season 4. You can feel his absence, high key. Nobody writes like him. He's very unique. If anyone's seen Rick and Morty, he explores timelines. He's a very different, unique writer. So season 4 definitely hurt. And they also created storylines they had no business creating. They shipped people they had no business shipping. At one point they do an episode where turns out they all met way before. And I thought that was very rude because it's you didn't even create these characters. Now you're creating a whole backstory. So the actors themselves were we don't really want to go on with season 5 unless we get Dan Harmon back. So when he came back, he instead of just working hard to work through the storyline that was season 4, he just calls it the gas leak season. They say that they all inhaled gas, so everything they did that whole season was because they were out of their minds. But that's the Russo brothers. I guess I still have a lot of respect for them. They have put out a lot of good products, but I don't know. That's also old. Maybe they've grown out of that.
Maybe. Well, I was gonna say that since they were part of Captain America, Winter Soldier, Avengers, all that phenomenal stuff that they did. They could sprinkle in characters from Community. You saw Abed and the Winter Soldier. You saw Shirley. She was just in freaking Endgame. So I feel like we got love. Maybe Russo and Dan.
See, they do that though because D&D of Game of Thrones did Star Wars. They're doing the new Star Wars or whatever. They've been doing it, and they're sprinkling in Game of Thrones characters because they know that has your heart. They know you're gonna go for it. And I think that's fucked up. Lost him. Hello.
FaceTime call, and then
Well, I was trying to segue into pretty much that the Russo brothers, that they are producing the live-action Hercules movie. And I was gonna ask Kelsey, do you remember watching that movie as a kid, the cartoon, the Disney movie? And do you have any fan casting that you like to see in the Hercules movie?
All right. I'm going to start by saying this. Like I said, I've been binge playing Kingdom Hearts, which is a video game. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's Final Fantasy characters meets Disney. And I'm actually just got done with the whole Hercules world. So I'm all up in it. You know what I mean? I've been thinking about Hades for a week. I know that they right now the internet is all abuzz about Ariana Grande being Meg, but that's just because she put it in your minds because she recorded a song. I feel like I at least want to hear SZA sing it. I want to hear her sing it, and I don't know if she acts. I'm sure she can act. She's great at everything else she does. I feel like that would be a really unique role.
Right now, she's low-key on Insecure. Side note, I'm sorry, you keep going up. Yeah,
what'd you say? What was that?
She's low-key on Insecure right now, as little.
Oh, she's on Insecure? Okay, so she does act.
Kind of not really. It's one of them it's a story within a story. It's a TV show in the background. Everybody's watching on the show. So it's and I'm
like Abed said, it's the story of the story is the story.
Yeah, it's something weird, but keep going. I'm sorry, keep going.
I just really feel like SZA would be good. I feel like she would be good to sing. I want to hear her sing all those songs. That's just really as far as I got. As far as Hercules, I feel like they're going to go with all the cheesy options like Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever. Or any of the Hemsworth brothers. Can't think of names. I don't know. I feel like they're going to toss around Idris Elba's idea, but then they're not going to give it to us because they do that. They're always we might have Idris Elba be this. And then they're psych.
Because I'm thinking the same thing I'm thinking. So we're going to make Hercules extra black. So Idris Elba is going to be Zeus. And then we're going to have Tyrese as Hercules. Tyler Perry is going to play he's going to play Hades, and he's going to direct the movie. That's what I'm thinking. And Meg Thee Stallion is going to play Meg.
I don't want to see her in that role. She will.
Remember I say we're gonna have a throwback, and then we're gonna have Nelly and Ludacris team up like weekend.
I'm here for that. I'm here for
That versus
Ludacris.
was cool.
I'm here for that. Who would play what is the Danny DeVito guy?
Danny Vito, somebody
Besides-
short. It's gonna be
Besides Danny DeVito. What is the character's name?
his name is Phil.
Bill. Yeah.
No, who they should have? They should have what's his face? I'm going blank on his name. They should have the black dude from The Office play Phil. Stanley. They should have Stanley play Phil.
Leslie. I think his name is Leslie in real life. Leslie Baker.
Wasn't he on the commercial? Have y'all seen that commercial?
What commercial?
Yes.
He was on the Cheerios commercial where like the Cheerios bee, I think, is talking to him or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to get him to talk or whatever.
But he has Cheerios in his mouth.
Yeah, it's
I have not seen that. Chelsea, you don't like my idea for the
black.
I love your idea. I think Ludacris definitely needs to come out of hiding or parenting or whatever he's doing. And you're saying that him and Nelly could be what, the two Hades little sidekicks? What are their names? Fear and Loathing.
I want to do the soundtrack song. I want to do a soundtrack song.
That would be fun.
Movie so bad.
So you like Meg Thee Stallion as Meg? Like you just make.
I don't agree with that option.
Okay.
Until she finds a bra that fits her, she cannot be in my Disney movies. Is that going to be controversial? Am I going to get canceled?
No.
Nix that out.
No.
I don't want all the middle-aged Karens to be like, our body, our tiny bra choice.
My sister didn't want Beyonce in the movie, and I left it in there. I left it as like
Definitely more like double D. She's got like a C mostly. Got some
Shoot.
Women call it spillage.
Yeah, hers is more than spillage. Hers is like, I don't know.
It's not
floodage. Floodage is what we call it.
It's not like good cleavage. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. It hurts. It looks like it hurts. It's definitely not popping out because that shit is packed in there. But it looks like, how do you breathe? It's like a corset, but way worse. Anyways, I guess, I don't know. She just doesn't give me the Meg vibe.
I'm gonna get somebody on my page with this all black Hercules premiering on BET Uncut.
Black League.
Pretty much, yeah. There we go. I like the title. I like that. Oh man, that's all I got for today. Each episode, I'm gonna go down to fan cast and see who wants how Black Hercules can get. What do you guys think though about anything that we talked about today on Movie Monday? Man, put your comments down below. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys follow my girl Kelsey on Instagram. Thank you for coming, Kelsey.
Wherever it is.
Also, make sure you follow co-host G. Appreciate you.
Come here. Y'all should meet Olive Oil before the end, but well, she's
olive oil shot. She's always on camera. She said, "Black guy, get him out of here."
She just woke up.
Also, make sure you guys follow me on social media as well: Twitter, all that, Instagram. Man, it's fun as usual. I appreciate you guys. It's your boy, Movie Messiah. Take 5. Let's ride.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.